Big boss, big boss, big boss, and you know it. Real talk, real talk. Big boss, big boss, and you know it. Real talk, real talk. Big boss, big boss, and you know it. Real talk, real talk. Big boss, and you know it. Real talk, real talk.
Man. Without the possibility of evil. It's something like that, you know, in that maybe a man is better when he's a dangerous man who's being good than he would be if he was just a good man who wasn't capable of being dangerous. And I believe that because the best men that I've ever met are very dangerous men. You don't mess with them.
Yeah.
So, and you know that as soon as you meet them.
Yo, this is Big Boss from Oakland, California. You know what it is. Like, subscribe, share the Big Boss Real Talk YouTube channel. Okanda. Yo. It's the Iggity Biggity Boss-0-Leeny. Back cooking with what? Gas-0-Leeny. Yo. Thanks all the people for coming out tonight. Yeah, buddy. Big Boss back with another one. Not alive, like Boss and Razor Ray said last week. A live. This is a one live, pre-recorded live, not a live or pre-recorded. Seems like that's what it's going to be for the next few Saturdays. But that being said, to today's or tonight's guest, he's no stranger to the channel, been on several times. He's back again. Matter of fact, he's out and about on the go, on a current trip right now, and he took time out of his busy schedule to answer the call of the Bossy Boss and to come chop it up on a real talk show. I'm talking about none other than QB, Passport Flexin. What's up, my guy?
What is good, Boss-0-Leeny up in this MF? What's good?
Man.
What's good?
Ain't nobody like Passport Flexin, man. You's a real one, man. In your own way, you is a real one. Shout out to you, man, brother.
Appreciate
what?
it.
What, brother? Shout out to you, man. Hey, you got the Houdini hat on. So I call it it's old school rap group Houdini, and I one of the main rappers. Who was it? Was it Blue Eyed Genie? Oh man, he used to wear that kind of hat like that. I know it's like the Army Commando hat, like yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Last night was a jungle theme over there at Papa's and Beer. If you guys go to my Instagram, QB Willie B, you will see the stories, but I'm gonna post a short of this trip on my channel, so you'll see the highlights. You know what I mean? Some nice highlights. Like, this is the time to come to Rosarito, Mexico. Summer for sure.
Summer. So Rosarito. So man, you cannot stay out of Mexico. You are the Mexico expert, the Mexico whisperer. All things Mexico. Matter of fact, you even give consultations on how to move in Mexico.
Big facts. Definitely. I do want to say I have a video coming of my Guatemala trip, which is right below Mexico. And your boy is planning to probably go to Ecuador in December. But for the most part, you're 100% correct. All Mexico, close to the border, consultations. I got a round trip flight coming up for Halloween to Cabo San Lucas. $33, bro. 33, dog. 33. Whoa. Hitting them with the big 3-3.
Round trip from where?
Yeah.
From where to there?
Tijuana Airport.
Tijuana. Okay, from the Tijuana airport.
Mm-hmm.
From Tijuana to what city? What's the name of that city you going to?
Cabo Lucas, and that's
Cabo
about a good hour and 15 minutes flight.
Okay. Cabo Lucas. So what's the deal with Cabo Lucas?
So Cabo San Lucas is
Cabo San Lucas.
Right. Yeah. It's a beach town at the southern point of Baja California. Great nightlife, lots of resorts. But I tell everybody, if you're gonna go there, especially as a bachelor, you want to stay near like the port downtown area and the Airbnb, because the resort is nice and you'll get good deals all inclusive for like $500 for 4 days. But it literally traps you in the resort, which I don't like. When I travel, I want to kind of be mobile and like explore the city and, you know, not be confined in one area. So when you go to Cabo San Lucas, you want to stay most likely at an Airbnb. And the Airbnb close to the port downtown area, because that's walking distance to the beach. They have like an outdoor mall, you know, the clubs and everything. And, you know, of course, you know, they got the pros out there too. You know, that's not a problem.
Right. Being a port city. Well, the pros is everywhere. I mean, anywhere there's human beings, you pretty much can find some pros. But in a lot of places, it seems like this a higher concentration of working girls near water, near beaches. Well, beaches, harbors, piers, ports, anywhere where there's water, there's pros. Very interesting. Well, we know a lot of times is pros when we're talking about other countries outside of America, because they just be this anywhere in America, in the hoods, deep off in the hoods. But in a lot of these other countries, they tend to be by the water, because that's going to be most likely the tourist area. When Americans and Westerners go to these places, a lot of times we're trying to stay by a beach. We're trying to be by a body of water. Most of us don't try. It's a few, but most of us don't leave America to go stay in a foreign big city. I mean, we got a big city here, right? Concrete glass, concrete jungle, hustle and bustle, traffic, skyscrapers, buildings. We have all that here. So when we go vacation, we want to change the scenery. We don't want the big giant skyscrapers and the buildings and the freeway and the traffic and the homeless people under the freeway. We want nature and we want water. We want beaches. So since a lot of tourists go to where the water is, that's where the pros be. Interesting. So you say it's by the water. You say it's the southern tip, southern bottom half of Baja. So is that kind of in a region, or is it a stone's throw away from? To my mind, I hear what you're saying, and I picture Cancun, I picture Tulum, Playa del Carmen, I picture that whole little coastal water area with Cancun.
Right. So Cabo is on the opposite side. Okay.
Oh.
Right. So Cancun, Playa del Carmen, like where you went, is on the east coast of Mexico. So basically, it's almost like that's Miami of Mexico.
Okay.
Cabo, it's kind of like the Orange County, California of Mexico.
So it's on the west coast. It's on the Cali. So it's down from Cali, on the west coast side. So it's on the opposite side. Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah.
That's deep. That's deep when you think about it like that. Yeah. All right. On the west coast. So you doing the west coast of Mexico.
Bro,
I probably should have did that. It might have been better than the east coast of Mexico.
Right. Yo, the seafood over there is like amazing. Like, I don't know if you eat seafood, boss. Shrimp, crab, lobster, octopus.
Oh, no. Big Boss breaks. No octopus.
Okay. They got it all over there. And to be honest, you can do Cabo at a relatively good price. Like, you don't have to break the bank, on a vacation there. But it's good. It's good. The weather is awesome. You have a lot of things to do, like excursions. You can ride the ATVs on the beach. You can jet ski. They got the flyboard, like in the ocean. So hang gliding. So you got all that stuff. It's very trendy. Pool parties, like, the list goes on over there. You know what I mean?
So you've been there before, obviously. How many times have you done the Cabo San Lucas?
So this will be my third time going there. The first time I was solo. The second time I went with my main number one. I got a main one and then a main two.
Come on now.
And that's it. Right. Like a sprinkle of pros in between, one kind of semi-pro, and that's really it. Like, I can't be too greedy, you know what I mean? Because being in Mexico and I go here often, I gotta maintain what I got. You know what I'm saying? And so one has a passport. So when I went to Guatemala, she came with me on that trip, and it was lit. It was good. I met another passport bro out there. You know what I mean? The brother's name is Dante. Okay. I'm encouraging him to get his YouTube channel because he knows the Flyboy Way, BMT, Black Man's Trip.
Well, right. He knows them, or he just watches them?
No, he knows them. Like, he knows these dudes.
Okay.
Right.
Dante,
and he knows Ace is live. Like, he's cool with Ace. Like, yeah. And I'm like, bro, get your channel. Speaks fluent Spanish. Loves Colombia, bro. Loves Colombia. Like, Colombian king, bro. Colombian king. I'm the Mexican. That dude's the Colombian king.
Okay. Colombian king, huh? Wow. That's what's up. So I'm speaking to the Mexican king who don't speak Spanish.
Oh, poquito. Más aprende español todos los días.
Okay.
Duolingo muy importante para personas mexicanos.
Okay. I take it back. Some poquito. So, how did you learn your poquito Spanish? Duolingo? Or just going all the time?
Duolingo. No. Well, that too. Going all the time, Duolingo. The Spanish dictionary. But I'm going to tell you the real hack of learning Spanish. When you talk to like several women throughout Mexico, what I do is I use the Spanish translation app, but I would write down the message and then say it to them as practice. So it's like, look, if you like talking to women, okay, which I do, you know what I mean? And most men do. Yeah. That is a hack to the system.
That's a hack. So, okay, so let me get this straight, because we all pretty much do that overseas where we use the app, and we normally, once we translate it on the phone, we give the phone to the girl, or we hold the phone, we let the girl read it herself. You're saying just take one step back. Instead of letting her read it, you read it off. And that's a little bit of extra reinforcement.
I write it down, and then I say what I'm saying, like in a sentence, like, I think you're beautiful, yo quiero creer ella es bonita, bonita. So like I write it down, say it, and then translate it in the translator, you know?
Oh, wow, 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 wow. Oh, okay. I heard you say to write down, and you know what? My brain bypassed that. When you said write down, my mind interpreted as you texted in the phone. So you physically get a pen and paper, you physically write it out, then type it in, then read it out. So that's 3 steps. You write it out, you type it out, and you speak it out.
Yes. So
Very
it's
interesting. That's a triple reinforcement.
Right. Because, just going on the app, waking up in the morning, like, brothers is lazy, you know what I mean? Including myself. So I'm like, yo, kind of like, if I'm going to a new city, like, Mexico City, Guadalajara, Monterrey. I have my Bumble Tinder matches. Yo, this is the best way to hack Spanish, And then when they hear me, they were like, they know I'm trying, but they appreciate it. Like, they love it, bro. Like,
they really do.
They love
it. And as a fellow traveler, I can say that for the 4 to 5 countries I've been, when you make an effort, they just love it to death, man. Stumbling over the word, messing it all up, taking your little baby steps, they think it's the cutest shit in the world. Like a little kid. Like they mama instinct kick in, They see you as like a tumbling toddler trying, and they just eat that shit up. They really appreciate the effort. Even if you messing up the word, whatever, they like the effort. And they really, really appreciate the effort, and they eat it up like candy if you even try. And a lot of guys won't even do that. They not even going to try. Blah 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 blah. Hey man, some guys try to get straight to the point, fast as possible. Cut out all unnecessary interactions. Get to the money, honey. And that's real talk. Bust it up.
Bust it up. Nah, like, I definitely feel you on that. The interaction is a little bit better, in my opinion. And, the vibe kind of changes. It's like, wow, I didn't expect the brother to, speak in Spanish. And another thing, the reason why, like, I want to learn it, because when I'm in an Uber and a taxi, they want to have a conversation with you. Like, they want to know, like,
man,
okay,
what's up with that? I'll be like, can you just drive the car, man? Can you just drive? Blah, 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 blah. Man, I'm on my phone, man. I got, you know what I'm saying? I'm here. You drive, I'm here. Blah, 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 blah.
Right. So I get that aspect, and it's like, yo, like, I don't want to be rude and be like, no hablo español. So now I'm starting to have conversations in Spanish with the taxi people, which is great. And, when you travel, that is another hack is, your Uber drivers, become friends with them, follow them on the gram, and they're like,
they know. Because they know the area. That's a potential plug. A taxi driver is a potential plug into any and everything because they know.
Right. So he's gonna put you on the best restaurant, making sure, like, hey, this is a safe area. This is not a safe area. Don't go there and do this. Go over here, do that. Etc. And then, like, for example, there is Uber and other rideshare services in Mexico, but it is regulated in certain cities. So a lot of people don't know that. So prime example, Mexico City, you can get Uber, another rideshare called Didi, which is like Lyft, no problem. Like, no problem. Guadalajara, no problem. But like, for example, Cancun, Cabo San Lucas, there's restrictions, you know?
Wow.
Right. So like, for example, there's no
So it seems
Uber.
like the more touristy is more restrictions. And the
Yes. And I'm gonna
more way out and the more boonies, no restriction. That's messed up. They know more tourists is apt to take it, so they try to limit it and push that money to the regular taxis.
right. And here's the reason for that. The mayor, the city manager of these towns, they vote and they, you know, they represent, you know, like the taxis
Union?
in terms of, yes. So it's like, okay, I'm going to protect you from the Uber. You vote for me. I'm going to make sure it's going to be regulated once I get in office. And that's how it is.
Wow, 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 wow. Look at that. Politics,
Right.
even with the Ubers overseas. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's a whole interesting topic by itself. How the politics play into it, because as we know, politicians, when they run and they make these campaign promises to potential voters, they're going to speak and talk and address the needs of whatever area, right? So like here in the state, so you have like a rural farming area. Well, our plan, if you get me in, I'll keep the big businesses out of, you know, the farming or this and that, whatever. So whatever the population of that area need, that local politician would address that need. And so that's deep, that in a lot of these foreign countries, I don't want to say third world countries, but developing countries, with the technology of Uber being available and Uber competing with regular taxis, that's in need of a lot of the local taxi people. They need some regulation. So wow, so the politician will make the promises to the taxi people, the taxi unions. You elect me, I keep Uber out, out of your hair.
Yeah.
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah. Yes.
That's deep.
Yeah. So prime example, you know, for guys that want to come to Mexico, if you're going to a highly tourist area, just like
Highly tourist.
Rosarito Beach, you want to make sure you stay at a hotel where it's close to the action, okay? Because since it is regulated by the Ubers and basically the taxis, they're going to rip you off automatically. So if you don't know Spanish and you don't know the regular local rate, they're going to charge you double, literally. And you'd be like, oh, well, that's only $4. You know what I'm saying? When it's really $2, you know?
$2.
So to avoid all of that, you want to be like, okay, I'm going to be in walking distance to the bars and the clubs and, you know, the area where you know, it's popping pretty much 24/7. So that's very, very important to know that.
Hello. You know, well, that's at least bosses. That's my MO anyway. Boss try to be in the center of the action, ground zero, like an epicenter, like an earthquake, in the middle of the earthquake where it starts and originate, what they call it the epicenter. Boss likes to be in the epicenter, in the middle of the action. Yeah, it could be a little noisy. So, man, if I'm in the middle of the action, it's noisy, I can't sleep. I like to be on the outskirts, and I like to taxi into the BS and fuckery. So, nah, boss want to be in the middle of the fuckery to bust it up. But I'm going to say this. So you say, you say, if you're in a high tourist area, try as you might to stay as close to the action as possible in a hotel or Airbnb, close to the action, walking distance to the action, to try to avoid the taxis as much as possible. Because once they realize you are a gringo, you kind of can't help it. They will overcharge, no matter
what.
what.
No matter what.
No matter what, they
no
will
matter,
overcharge. So they're gonna gringo.
right.
They're gonna gringo price you.
Yeah, they're gonna gringo. And you know, again, it's like if you do the math, you be like, all right, I'll pay a little extra to stay at this hotel because I'm close to the action. So, like, prime example, I'm at the Del Mar Inn, and honestly, this hotel is not the greatest. Like, you know, the lighting. I mean, look at this popcorn ceiling. You know what I'm saying? But
I
it's
see
close to the
close to the
right.
action.
It's close to the action,
Close to the
and so
action.
it's real estate, location, location, location. So I'm willing to pay a little bit more. Granted, I get a free breakfast, a free drink, which I'll probably do the breakfast tomorrow. Um, but I'm in walking distance. I can bring girls back, you know, like situation last night. You know what I'm saying? Um, no problems. No problems.
So where you at? No guest fee. They don't hit you with a guest fee. They
No
don't
guest
have a
fee.
limit.
My boy.
Like one guest a day, or the second one you have to start paying after the first. That's what's up.
None of that.
That's what's up.
None of that. None of that.
That's what's
None
up.
of that.
So you probably said it, but indulge me again and for our watchers. So, but right now, obviously you are in Mexico. What city are you in now in Mexico?
So I'm in Rosarito Beach in Baja, California.
Baja, California.
Yes. About 30 minutes south of Tijuana. Rosarito Beach is literally it's hardcore concentrated Mexican American like tourist place. So I always tell guys when you're first coming to Mexico, you do want to come to Tijuana and here because it's like the gateway. All right. If you somewhat have a good experience and you like the culture and the people, then you can go to other cities deep into Mexico. But this is, you know, because it's like basically the cheap man's vacation spot, you know.
Hey, holla.
I tell people like, okay, you know, you come here first, you like it, then you go to other places in Mexico because it's totally different. You know, every state in Mexico is different night and day, bro. Like literally.
Wow. There's a different experience. Every state is a different experience. Wow.
Right.
That's what's up.
Right.
So you're saying Tijuana and Rosarito Beach, you say that's more like the training wheels. Those are the baby steps. That's the entry. That's entry level. Go through that program first, and before you graduate onto going deeper into Mexico. Rosarito Beach, is that where they be having like a lot of the concerts? You know, so like when certain rappers and stuff go out there for the American college kids, does it be at Rosarito, that area? Okay.
Yes, you're 100%. For example, the rapper, the baby, he is performing tonight.
Oh, wow.
Yes, he's literally right. This dude is performing at a day party in Vegas, and I guess he's getting on a private jet to San Diego, you know, coming to SD and then going to Rosarito to perform tonight at Papas and Beer, which that is the biggest beach club of the West Coast. Papas and Beer is massive. All right. I personally think it's not as good as how it was back in the day. You know, like back in the day, like literally like 10, 15 years ago, like bananas, you know, but it's still good. It's still solid. Yeah. You know, so if you want to see a rapper perform, that's where you go.
Rosarito Beach. That's what's okay. That's why it sounds familiar. And shout out to the baby. You say, wow, so he's performing in Las Vegas earlier today,
Yes.
and then later this evening, he's going to be in. Wow, hey, man, the life of a traveling rapper, man. Sometimes, you know, they got to get it how they live. You know, always on the go, making that money. That's what's up. Are you going? Are you going to go to it?
Yeah. So, the cool part about Papa's and Beer, when you want to go to like a concert, an event, it's not relatively expensive. So like for the weekend, and I got my wristband, it's $80 for 3, you know, so that includes open bar, $2 shots, entry to the pool party, entry to the nightclub at night. And yeah, you're good for the whole weekend. For 3 days.
And weekend being Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or this Saturday and Sunday, is it 3 days, 2 days, 2.5? What is the weekend? What is the exact hours?
Right. So I would say all day Friday, Saturday.
All day Friday.
And then part Sunday.
Okay.
So Sunday they'll have a little like event, and then that's it. You know what I mean?
Okay. $80. That's what's up.
Right.
$80 all day Friday, all day Saturday, partly on Sunday, and you can just basically go there nilly-willy, $2 shots, open bar. I mean, so what is open bar? What is? I mean, that's not every drink is free, is it?
Yeah. Well, basically they're mixed drinks. So like Adios, Sex on the Beach, a mojito, that's all free from 7 to 10. But here's the thing: they know people get wasted. Right? They know people get wasted. You know, like for example, when I got in yesterday, because I had to work, you know, I had to take a power nap. You know, I'm a little older now. You know what I mean? Getting into my late 30s.
Shout out your 30s.
You know,
you baby. Shout out to the power naps, man. Boss lives for the power naps, man. I sleep like a bear, and I wake up and bust it up and go back to sleep.
Right. So it's like, look, if I go hit this open bar and get lit, I'm not going to last throughout the night, you know? And I've done that several times. Like, prime example, when I went to Cancun, and I was supposed to meet up with my boy Sean, and his channel was The Semi Gentleman. I literally fell asleep from day drinking at my girl's, you know, party with her family. So like I apologize. I'm like, bro, man, like I was drinking, you know, I took a power nap, but I didn't set my alarm. I ended up waking up at like 2:30 in the morning, you know? Yeah. And like I was wide awake, like ready to go, but it was 2:30 in the morning, and that's not technically late for Cancun partying, but
it's kind of, like it's a little bit late to be starting the party, though, right? Like if you even if you got there at 1, that's one thing, but to start at 2:30 or 3.
Yeah, that's right, because literally I tell guys, look, if you're a guy that likes to hunt and party, that is late because the quality of women is already gone. All right.
Yeah, they got snatched up. They already got snatched up.
Right.
So you getting the lean pickings, leftovers.
Right. Exactly. And so, you know, prime example, last night, you know, we went to Papa's, we were having a good time, and then we went to like a sidebar. My other bro, like he had a group of chicks, and like I'm putting my boy on that's like entry level into Mexico. Like it's his 40th birthday, and he just got his passport. Right, shout out to him. And I'm telling him, boss, I'm like, look, you need to leave your Matrix homies alone. Like these dudes, I don't mean to clown or be rude or be mean, but these dudes, they couldn't even show up on the Friday night for his, you know, birthday weekend. They all got to come on a Saturday. And I'm telling him, I'm like, bro, you know, it's hard to organize stuff with matrix dudes. You know, dudes don't even got their passports. Dudes are asking, can I cross the border? What's going on? Yeah, all these things. And I'm like, yeah, it's hard to
I remember them
schedule
days.
things when they're in the matrix and you want to do it big in another country. Like, everybody can't do that, you know?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, tell him he got to come all the way over to the passport side. Be a passport bro.
Right. And so I told him, I'm like, look, after this experience, you need to make friends with passport bros. So when you want to move, you know, the way you want to do it, because he was literally in the Airbnb by himself, you know, and it's an one overlooking the beach and everything.
Nice.
You know, and he was like, well, technically you didn't. Right. He was like, you could have stayed here for one night and avoid staying with a hotel. But I'm like, look, I know how dudes are. Like, I need my own privacy. If I want to bring something back, cheeks, okay?
Hey.
I need my own.
Yes, sir. So I ain't out there for my health. Shit. I heard that. Wow. That's just Rosarito Beach. I think I've been there. When I went to TJ the time before last, and I linked up with Jedi Drees TV, Jamal, Jordan, and all them. Me and Drees and a few others, we went out to a beach. So I guess it must have been Rosa, because we got in a van, like in a little van, and it took us out there. It was about maybe 30 minutes out, you know, on the long ass freeway. We got to like a little town. It was somewhere, San something, I don't know. And we went to the beach area and had a restaurant on the beach.
Right. So here they do have the strip clubs. They got 3 of them, so you can bust it up here in Rosarito. And then they also have the seafood, like I mentioned, like the lobster in Puente Nebo, which is about another 20 minutes south. And then you also have a town called Ensenada, okay? And they got strip clubs there too, in Ensenada. A little bit more on the family-oriented side, but it's still good summertime for sure.
Okay.
Now, a place that I went to recently that is one of my favorite towns in Mexico is Mexicali, and that's 2 hours east of Tijuana.
Mexicali, 2 hours east. Okay. What about, you told me when you came on before, you were telling me about a place that's a 4-hour flight, or it's a 4-hour bus ride from TJ. You said you think I like it. You said the pros are pretty cheap. Oh, what's the name of that place? I don't know. I remember
I told you.
Culiacan. Huh?
Yes, that's the place, Culiacan.
Culiacan.
That right. So, like, for example, if I have this weekend to myself where I'm not with my bro, for his 40th, and I wanted to do a weekend, QB wants to like really get down, Culiacan is the spot.
Culiacan
spot. Literally, I took no L's in that town, bro. Like, it's just, I don't know what it is. It's the vibe. It's the people. I mean, the party scene is jumping. The strip club scene is jumping. And it's not a big city, but it's big enough for like a weekend thrill. And, and it's perfect.
Perfect.
Right.
All right. I'm definitely going to have
the
to
women
check
there,
that out.
Gorgeous. Like, there are on the whiter side over there, but you have like redhead girls, you know, like that German Mexican blood, obviously, you know, that Spanish mestizo. They're curvy, you know,
Okay.
like yeah, they
Curvy like Colombians.
they're on the almost, yeah,
Mm.
you know, and I would say it's like
We want curvy, not
like
boxy.
50,
We don't like boxy.
right. Right.
We want curvy, not boxy, like a box, like a refrigerator.
You want right, like there you will see the curves, like no doubt. Yeah, you will see the curves in Culiacan.
Culiacan curves.
Yeah, Culiacan curves, bro. And you know what's weird? Because everybody in that town, I don't know what it is, bro, but like they drive like expensive cars, like Mercedes-Benz, BMWs. I've seen Range Rovers, and they're all white, bro. Like, I don't know what it's a status symbol, but it's the weirdest shit ever. Like, when I upload another Culiacan video or Sinaloa video, like when I literally went out the club, I just saw like the whole parking lot, majority of white, expensive cars of all different models. Like, it's just, yeah, it's the weirdest thing ever, but the people are cool. Great seafood. A lot of people speak English, very welcoming. You know, it gets a bad rap because it's you know, El Chapo's from there, and have the Sinaloa, right, the cartels. And so a lot of people think it's dangerous. Like, oh my gosh, why in the hell would you go to Culiacan? Like, this is the most dangerous. Right, but no, it's the total opposite. Like, you don't have to, as long as you're in the tourist area, you're in an area, you know, like to go have fun, you're good. You know what I mean? As long as you're not in the hood, you're safe there. Like, no girl is going to rob you and do the whole, you know, devil's breath in your face. Like, you don't really have to worry about that in Mexico. And I'm happy I brought that up, not to keep rambling, but if a girl ever drugs you in Mexico, it's a federal offense. So she's doing 25 years in prison. If you drug an American in Mexico, you do 25 to max.
Wow.
Because it's another offense when it's an American. So
that's what's up.
Yeah. Right. Say for example, you know, I woke up and I got robbed and you know, it was by a pro or something like that. The best thing to do is go to the police. They're going to drug test you, and they're going to find out, okay, yeah, you've been drugged. And if you have her identification, that's it. It's a wrap.
Boom. That's what's up. Shout out to Mexico, man. How come? So I'm just curious, and I don't know. Maybe I can do a quick Google search. Is it not a crime for a Colombian woman to drug an American, for a Colombian to drug? Is that not a crime? Do they not go to jail if they get arrested, or what? I mean, I don't know.
It is a crime in Colombia, but you know, again, I don't know, since you know they do cocaine a lot in Colombia.
They said, man, you probably did it yourself, man. You come down here to play with your nose. You want to blame it on the chick.
Right.
No, she drugged me, man.
I mean, it's really hard to regulate it there, but to me, they should have the same law like how they have in Mexico, where like if you're an American,
shout out to Mexico. They said if you drug an American, it's an extra offense. We're gonna hit you with an enhancement. 25 minimum drugging an American. That's what's up. You know, one thing I tend to notice in my travels, especially and even Colombia, like in the Bogota area with that cartel, outside of some random shootings or something like some gang war, in a cartel controlled area, it's gonna be regulated. Things are gonna be regulated. in the cartel area. Weird as shit, but hey, I ain't complaining. In the cartel area, I'm told if you have a beef with somebody, like gang stuff, like you can't even engage in a fist fight and slap nobody and punch nobody without getting the green light, getting the okay from your next superior. That's how much they keep everything copacetic. They don't want no waves because they think it's about the money. They're running the money, and they don't got no time for no petty bullshit to be jumping off behind individuals having problems and this and that. They got to keep the money flowing. So they don't have time for you to be starting fights, starting beefs, and this and that. And they smash very hard if anybody get out of line. So what that does, that keeps everybody in check.
Gotcha. And that's kind of the same thing here in Mexico. Like a lot of the cartels, they own a lot of businesses, restaurants, hotels. So
hello.
Yeah, true story. Like I met a cartel member in Guadalajara, and this guy ended up paying my tab. You know, like he got me a bottle of champagne, and like he seen like I had like on a Travis Scott shirt. And he was like, "Yo, he's my favorite rapper," you know, and like just something little like that, bro, opens up a conversation. And I told the waiter, like, hey, I didn't order this. She was like, oh, it came from that dude. So I'm like, okay. So I returned the favor and got him a bottle. And he's like, look, bro,
a bottle?
We can exchange bottles on. Yeah. He was all like, bro, you don't want to play this game. And he was loaded with money. I'm like, oh, shit. He was all like, you're good, brother. You know what I'm saying? And he was from the Jalisco cartel, which is in Guadalajara. And he kind of gave me a rundown, like, look, you know, guys like you know, my aunt works at the hotel and she's the maid. So, you know, us Harmon Americans, you guys are cash cows. Like, why would we do that? You know what I'm saying? As long as you're not messing with our money and drugs, which I don't do drugs, you're good. That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You know, as long as you don't mess with that, like they told me, like, hey, you know, we don't terrorize Americans for no reason. You know, we want tourists to come here. We want you to have a good time. We don't care about y'all smashing our women. That's not a problem.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
No, here's 10 of them.
Right. They're like, yo, which one, bro? Like, literally, which one you want? You know, dude invited me to an after party, but you know, it was kind of like my first time there.
You were like, whatever. You try to get me in the game, man. Like, you try to get me in the game. And like,
Right. Like when I went to Chihuahua, a girl wanted to give me a ride home, her and her homegirls, and it was my first time there. So I don't know that city. And even though she's very, you know, cute, attractive, I couldn't take that ride. I'm like, no, it's okay. You know, I'll wait for the Uber, even though my phone had died. You know, I'm like, look, call the Uber. I'll pay you and I'll get home. And she's like, okay, no problem. So
you heard that.
It's very,
safety sense on. Some guys would have jumped on that. Okay.
Yeah.
And it might have been okay, but you know, you never know, man. You know, safety first.
Right. And the thing is, you know, you being new to a place, okay, I tell guys, you always want to take that extra safety precaution. You know, taxi, Uber, not taxi.
Hello.
You know what I mean?
Uber, not taxi, because Uber, you have their information.
Yes. Taxi, you're not going to really have that information. And sometimes it could be an unregulated taxi. So you think you're getting a taxi and it's really not a taxi.
It's just a yellow car. It's just a yellow car that say taxi. You get into a yellow car that says taxi. It ain't no damn taxi.
Right. Exactly. So, so, you know, for me, like I said, boss, I've been traveling throughout Mexico. Man, it's probably going on 4 years strong. But now, like, I have a solid network here. So when I do my consultations, like I tell guys, look, the information is free, and technically, you don't need a middleman to come here to Mexico. However, you don't know how to move. Okay. So, there's certain hotels where you cannot bring women at. There's certain places where, okay, if you bring in a girl or you buy a girl a drink, it's triple the price. A lot of dudes don't know that. You know what I mean? Yes. Your boy knows it. You know what I mean? So a $50 consultation to get that vital information is not going to hurt you,
No.
Restaurants, nightclubs, dress code. Like, Mexico is very strict on dress code, bro. They will not let you in. If you're going into a high-end nightclub, you must wear a collared shirt. Like, they don't play. They do not play. American
they wear no
or not.
T-shirt, huh?
Yo,
no T-shirt or tank top.
Let me slide you a 50. The doorman's like, nah, I can't let you in. Yes. Right. When I was in Mexicali, like, I literally had to buy this dude's shirt. I'm like, hey man, I want to get in here so bad. I'm gonna buy your shirt. I mean, and it was a collar polo. I'm like, yo, $30. Let me have it. I'll give you my shirt plus I'm gonna pay you $30. He was like, deal.
Damn.
Right.
Travel shit.
Right.
In town for
So,
just one night.
Right. So, it's important for guys to know these things. Prime example, when guys go to places like in Quintana Roo, Tulum, Cancun, Playa del Carmen, QB, how is it? Where can I have access to it for the low? Boom. I know where it's at. You know what I'm saying? I know the do's and the don'ts. Like, hey, okay, if you're staying here, make sure you're in walking distance to all the action. If you want to eat cheap, not pay American prices down there, go to the restaurants on the other side of the railroad tracks. Like, little information like that is so vital. So vital.
The vital message. Shout out to the vital message.
Yes.
That's what's up. Yeah, you be over there rocking with the vital message and stuff like that. All right. So, what's new for the channel? What's next for the channel?
Right. So, pretty soon, once I hit 1,000 subs, which I'm getting close, I'm in the 632, almost 650. I'm gonna do 2 live streams a month. One is gonna be like all travel talk. The other one's gonna be pretty much roasting the dating coaches, because
you still on that, man?
Yeah, man. Like, my next video on the channel, you're gonna laugh your butt off, bro. It's gonna be hilarious. But I'm doing a response to this guy. His name is the Whoremaxer 2.
Okay.
And long story short, he's refusing to kind of travel to have better success with women, and he lives in Vegas. And he's kind of like shaming me in a way, like, oh, you're not in decent shape, and every woman you get is a pro. And I'm like, look,
you're not in decent shape. You in good shape.
Right.
What are you talking about?
I know. And boss, just to let you know, there are these diet pills in Mexico, and I might have to make a video of this, bro. I literally lost 7 pounds in 1 month by having these diet pills, right? it's literally like a laxative pill. Like it's gonna have you going, you know, taking
Yeah.
a deuce at
Yeah.
least 2 times a day. Like, it cleans you out, bro. It
3
cleans
times
you
a
out,
day?
and it's strong.
Damn.
2 times a day minimum.
Oh, 2
Minimum.
times.
Minimum. Yeah, 2 times. And it's so strong. Like I have to take it every other day. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to be every. You know what I'm saying? If I take it every day, bro, like But anyways, the Hormaxer,
and that's real shit.
right? The Hormaxer, and you guys can go to his channel, the Hormaxer 2. Go check him out.
Go troll him, huh?
Yeah, go troll him. But anyways, he's living in Vegas. He got denied literally by pros in Vegas. They were like literally throwing rocks at him, and he's somewhat deprived of having an active sex life. And guys that are, the best solution is to travel, you know, is to be a passport bro. And he wants to live a lifestyle where he can really bust it open. So I'm like, look, bro, the quickest way, the easiest way is to come to Tijuana. If you want to do that, come to Tijuana, go to Mexicali. And then if you want to, you know, you like that experience, but you want to do it on the low, places like Thailand, Asia, Colombia, you can do it on the low, you know? But for whatever reason, this guy is just stuck in Vegas, not wanting to leave the scene. So he's going to like these swinger clubs, all right? One is called the Red Rooster. And I've been to the swinger club in Mexico, and like, bro, that experience, I'm gonna have to make another video on that, boss. Like, they're still calling me to go.
What's it doing in Mexico City? What city?
Monterrey.
What?
Monterrey. It was, yes. The host, if you look at my Monterrey video, she's in all red. That was the host. Your boy put it, and she was in my opinion, she's a solid 8. Like, blonde hair, nice boobs, nice booty, and yo, I laid it on her. Like, I mean, it was a little weird having, like, thank goodness the lights were out.
People
you know
watching.
what I mean? But
yeah,
the people in the crowd, they were grabbing my hand like, look, we want you first on her. You know what I mean? And I was shy. You know what I mean? I was like,
what?
Yes. And bro, like, she liked it rough too, bro. Like, I was slapping her ass like really hard, and the guy that was like, he was like a referee, like, hey, that's a little too hard. She didn't care. She was like, no. She said something to him in Spanish, like, "Espuérdate," you know, like faster, muy rápido, you know, like, bro, that was an experience in itself. And it was like, look, for literally 400 pesos, which is $20, all you can smash, all you can drink beer until 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it seemed like you got lucky. You came up on a cool solid 8. But I tend to think at a lot of those type of places, you're not really going to smash hot chicks, right? They kind of be the undesirables, kind of fat, older. If she's hot and sexy and young, she probably won't really be up in there. So it seems like you got lucky. But I don't know because I haven't been. But I would just think you get what you pay for, and in a place like that where it's a free for all, it's a one price you pay to get in, and it's kind of a cheap price or a low price, and there's one cheap low price. You go in, it's all you can smash. I tend to think the quality wouldn't really be there unless you get lucky.
So
you get a super duper nympho up in there.
Right. So the host, she was a dime, in my opinion. The sub host, she was probably like a 7, maybe 6.5, but she was freaky as well. And then the couples, they were kind of in between the 5 and the 6 range, you know.
Yeah. So you got lucky because you smashed the host, right?
Yes.
The host. She hosts it, and she was a little better than average. But yeah, but the regular people that come there, the couples, the swinger couples who come, yeah, they're literally average, right? They're average folks, 5s and 6s, which is average. Above average probably won't be there so much.
Like I said, that was my first time, but here's the hack. Because of that, you know, there are other couples that go there on the regular. They requested me. They're like, you know, hey, here's a picture of, you know, the wife. You know, can you be here in Monterey this weekend? This is what, like, they literally show you what you would be hitting. I'm like, wow, her? She wants me? What?
Yeah, so you put on, that was your audition. That was your audition. When you smashed the host and you went hard in the paint, they're like, okay.
Right.
They took your information down. They said, yeah, I want you to smash my wife.
Yeah. And so a lot of people don't know it's huge in Mexico. And then, like, when I was in Mexicali, unfortunately, I lost my phone. But I literally had, like, 3 couples lined up, you know, and you just hit them off of Twitter. And they were like, okay, you know, a little bio, and they want to see, like, you know, your physique and everything. And if the wife thinks you're cool, like, hey, all right, cool, like, you know, like, yeah, come through, you know. So you can say, meet me at my hotel, or they can host it at their house, you know, for safety reasons, you know, at your place. They'll have their ID, you do your thing, and, you know, all you gotta supply is the drinks, you know, like, hey, what do you like to drink? And that's it. And that's free. That you ain't paying nothing. You know what I'm saying? Literally free 99. But the way to do that is basically off Twitter. But again, that's where you hit your boy up for a consultation, so you know. So again, when it comes to Mex, I'm showing everything on my channel, the options that you can have. You can have the GFE, you can do the pay to play, you can have the swinger, and then you can, you know, pretty much sprinkle it the way you want to do it, which is great.
Which is great. Wow.
There's no, I want to make this clear. There is no such thing as a dry night in Mexico.
I beg to differ that. I beg to differ. But then again, I didn't go through QB Passport Flexin's Academy. And I went to Playa del Carmen and Tulum and all of that, the tourist area. And yeah. So I guess, yeah, one of these days I'm gonna have to get out there, you know. I don't mind having you on. You know, you can talk about your channel. You can put people on game about Mexico. It's an option, you know, if you don't want to really fly overseas. For Cali guys, you know, it's very convenient for Cali guys, but even guys on the other coast, they want to come out here. But, you know, I personally don't really care for Mexico that much, but at the same time, I try to be open-minded and bring you on and try to convince me. But I do want to check out Culiacan. Because like I said, when I went to Playa del Carmen and Tulum, you know, it wasn't the best experience. I don't really care for TJ. So, and everybody loves TJ. So I don't know. I haven't found the Mexico City that suits Big Boss yet. I don't care for TJ.
Right.
Tulum, Playa del Carmen, to me, trash. So somewhere in Mexico got to be popping, and I'm going to find it. So I'm going to try to check out Culiacan. Because I move a certain way. I move a certain way, and I want things my way, you know. All about that, you know, I'm straight BBBBJ guy. That's mostly my deal breaker for a lot of things. When it comes to the BJ, it got to be BBBJ. You know,
Right.
and like TJ with all that paying for each position type stuff, and I don't know. It's just I I haven't found a Mexico scene that works for boss, but I'm down to check out Culiacan.
Right. So, like I mentioned earlier, every place is different.
Right.
You know, in terms of women, the environment, you know, and yeah, I tell guys for the most part, you know, you can monger in Mexico, but I'll be honest, it's not like the top monger scene compared to other countries.
Right.
It isn't. You know, like
It
I'll
is.
be very
Yeah, and why? Okay, yeah. I mean, I know that, but so I'm glad you're being honest. Why do you think that? You think it's because it's so close to America? It's kind of Americanized.
um I think the options that the women have in Mexico is different to other places. So, you know, I'll be honest, like when it comes to Mexican women, they're either going to love brothers or they're not going to love brothers. It's one or the
Right.
other. It's
Right.
very rare that a Mexican girl likes both, like white guys and black guys. It's either one or the other.
Yep.
So that's one thing. Two, you do have a lot of these guys coming to Tijuana paying these women in American dollars when it's like, I always exchanged my money coming here. Like, guys, when you come to Mexico, exchange your money, okay?
Please.
Or get a bank account to where you can withdraw out of any Mexican bank and not have foreign transaction fees. So I have the Chase Sapphire account, no transaction fees. So that's another little hack, little free hack that I gave y'all
Free
out of
hack.
QB's station. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you got a preference, you got them paying in dollars, and then I would also say the third thing is, you know, a lot of these women in Tijuana, they can upcharge you. They can upcharge you. So you have to have negotiation skills. So somebody that's fresh and green coming in here, they're gonna take whatever offer she gives you. No.
Right.
I tell girls, okay,
It's cheaper than the
you want
States.
this price?
That's the main thing. It's cheaper than the States. You got to get that out of your head. You are not in the States. Don't even
Right.
compare it. Don't compare it. You're not in the
Right.
States. It starts all over. It resets. It starts over. Stop with us.
Right.
It's cheaper than this. If I was in the state, ooh, I hate when guys do that.
Okay. But my thing is, boss, I want to pay what the locals pay. I don't want to pay what the green.
Boom.
Right. Right.
Exactly. I want to pay what the
Right.
locals pay. You don't charge Jose that. You don't charge him that, so don't charge me that. Just because you know
Right.
I'm American. Well, you American, so I'm going to charge
Right.
you more. What? You can afford it.
Right.
No, that negates the
Right.
point of me coming. I can stay
Right.
in America if that's the case. I could just stay
Right.
home. That
Right.
negates. Save a plane ticket, save hotel. I'm still spending money on the front end. So I'm trying to save on the back end. I'm not trying to pay on the front end and pay on the back end just because you know I'm American. That ain't what you normally charge. Do a good job, I'll probably give you a tip.
Facts.
Ay, ay,
So,
ay.
right. So since Tijuana, San Isidro is like the most crowded border area, you know, you know, these women basically, when you go to Hong Kong, Adelitas, they can still make the money and choose who they want to smash. That's the difference.
Yeah. It's like they have the power.
Right. Right.
Boss don't like that.
Right.
Boss wants the power.
Right. So when you go deeper into Mexico to other places that are non-tourist, okay? Because even, for example, Playa del Carmen, you know, and I'm sure you witnessed it, there were some pros out there like Colombianas and stuff, but they want to beat you over the head for 200, 250. It's like, whoa.
US. Yeah. Straight up. 200 US. Shout out to Flyboy Way. Everybody ain't built like that. 200,
right.
200
I'm
US
like,
dollars. 200, 250.
Right. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, hell no.
I'm not even doing 100. No. And you said 200? 250? Just because you Venezuelan or Colombian in Mexico? And?
Right.
Must be nice.
So,
not bossy boss. Not bossy boss.
So again, once you get away from those, you know, areas, yeah, the pricing's different. The scene is different. But again, you know, another hack to where if you're going to a town in Mexico, you don't want to get overcharged. That's where the swinger scene is kind of like the hack to that. And, you know, when I go to places, like, for example, when I went to Veracruz, I really wanted to explore Veracruz. Like, I didn't even have time to, like, hit up my Bumble and Tinder matches because I was literally there for, like, a couple of days. That would have been perfect to go hit up, like, a swinger club or a swinger party or something like that if I wanted to get it in. Like, I literally flaked on, like, 5 girls when I was out there. Wow. Because I was, like, excursion, going to the museum, you know, looking at this waterfall, that waterfall. So when you get back to the hotel, like, you're tired as shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to go out on a date, you know?
Right. And
then, yeah, you know, the strip club is another, like, 30, 40 minutes out. I'm like, you know what? Like, that's just too much. Too much. So that's where you can hit, like, hey, a swinger couple off of Twitter, like, hey, come over, whatever, let me bang your wife, your girlfriend, and be gone, you know?
Damn. Oh, man. Hit up the swinger couple, say, hey, man, let me bang your wife, bro. Damn.
Yeah. Right.
It goes down.
Right. But for me, you know, like, I'll be honest, like, I like the GF, the natural GF experience. So my next trip, I'm going to be in San Carlos, Sonora, which is kind of near Arizona.
Okay.
And that's but here's the thing, boss. I got a night to myself. So I'm going to hit up, you know, the strip club in Hermosillo and check out the pro scene. Yeah, I'm going to check it for one night. You know, my shorty, she flies in the following night. So I got a night to myself, you know, to
hopefully she won't watch
check out the
stream.
scene, get some footage.
Hopefully she won't watch the stream. He thinks he's going to do that. Let me go one day early. What's the chances of that? Right?
Well, here it is a chance, but here's the thing. Like, I don't follow them on social media. They don't follow me on social media, you know? So, you know, and if that was to ever happen, this is more important. You know, I can always find another one. You know what I'm saying? So
I heard that.
You know,
come on now.
This is part of me. You know, it is what it is. Like, you know, I got to promote the travel game. You know what I'm saying? You know, by default, I am a bachelor, you know. And here's the thing, boss, you know, kind of to wrap this up, you know, as we're getting close to the end, I'm coming into the travel game scene not being deprived from women in the States. Like, I don't complain about women in the States. I do have a problem with the laws and the environment, okay, to way how women act. But saying like, oh, you know, I'm coming over here because, you know, foreign women are better, African-American women, no. You know, like, that's never been my issue. I'm coming in over here because I'm going from all Madden, you know, I look at it as a video game, from playing all Madden to playing on the least level of resistance, which will be pro, you know, if you're playing video games on the pro level. You know, it's like LeBron James coming from the NBA playing varsity high school basketball.
Just dominating.
Dunking and everything, you know, everybody. Like, that's why it's all wins. And, you know, your wallet is happy too. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, $250 dates to $50 dates? Yes. $1,000 popping bottles to $200 popping bottles? Yes. You know what I mean? $250 hotels to $95 to $115 hotels? Yes. Uber rides that, you know, damn near, man, when I went to Hollywood, I ain't gonna lie, bro, like, some of them Uber rides were like damn near almost $60.
Whoa.
You know, yes. When it's like a perk, you know, yeah, $60 when I can go to Cabo for 33 of them boys, you know, hitting you with the Scottie Pippen number, you know, like, stop it, you know, eating tacos, you know, premium, you know, grandma in the kitchen whipping it up, $2, $1.50. So yeah, it's no comparison, bro. No comparison.
Well, I say all the time, companies do it, right? A company is quick to close up shop in the States and open up overseas where they get tax breaks and you know, they pay the employees less. You know what I'm saying? Companies do it all the time. But when you as an individual try to look out for your own self-best interest, you know what I'm saying, you get shamed a lot of times. You just need to stay here and take it. No, I'm gonna look out for my best interests. What's better for me? What works for me? In my pocket, in my bottom line, and my mental sanity. Okay? So, nah, man.
Right.
That's what's up.
Right.
That's the beautiful thing about your travel life. The world is a big place. Whole lot of countries. No matter how you slice it and dice it, whatever your cup of tea or coffee, whether you do the Asia route or the European route or African or Latin or South America, we have what? Options. And it's good to mix it up too and not just get stuck on one place, right? So it's good to mix it up. Mix up some Asia with some South America. One of these days, I need to make it over to Europe, see what's up with the Europe scene. And of course, one of these days, bucket list, I got to get to the motherland. At least Egypt for the pyramids and probably Kenya and whatever else. And South Africa. You know, everybody keep talking about Johannesburg. It's just so many places, so little time, finite amount of money, right? And so definitely.
Right. Speaking of Europe, probably check out maybe Spain. They got good deals out of SF Airport and LAX. So that's on my bucket list as well. Like Barcelona, Madrid. So I'm definitely want to tap into Spain. But as I mentioned earlier, you know, I looked at Argentina, you know, after seeing Aces live. But man, you know, I'm only able to get like a 3-week vacation in December. And right now, Ecuador is just very, very convenient on the flight, the accommodations, and I'm looking forward to that trip. You know, it's gonna be a lot of content on it. You know, I thought about Panama, but it looks like Ecuador is gonna be like the place, and I can get a direct flight from Mexico City, so I'm not stopping in Colombia or anywhere else. So that all plays a big role in that, you know.
That's what's up. Yeah, shout out to the main Let's Learn Spanish. He was in Ecuador for a while. You know, he left Colombia, and he was trying out other Latin American countries and cities to see which ones that he was going to be at. And so he tried out Ecuador. One of my lives, my last live I did with him, he was in Ecuador, and he seemed to like it. So that's what's up. Yeah, that's the thing. What's I about to say? I don't know. I was thinking of something, but why did you cross out Panama?
Well, there is this place called Bocos del Toro, and I follow them on Instagram, and it looks really nice. But in December, to fly from Panama to that little island, and it's a party island, it's like $300. Yeah, and I'm like, I can go hit up the beaches in Ecuador on like a 2-hour bus ride for like $13, you know? So yeah, $300 flight, $13 bus ride. You get there in 2 hours. You know, it's kind of like a no-brainer. And Guayaquil is a big city in Ecuador. I forgot the population size, but it is over, I think it's close to like over 1 million people. So,
Wow.
yeah. So Panama is cool. You know, eventually I will tap into Panama. But, you know, again, we all travel and have, you know, different styles and what we like. Like, I like to get a deal. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
don't want to just travel to somewhere just like, oh, I gotta go there. No, I want to travel to that destination and get a deal. You know, so
Same.
when it comes to the pricing, the accommodations, Ecuador seems the legit place. And another reason. So wrapping this up, I've done the GF experience. I've done the pay to play. I've done the swinger. Next is the expat experience. And in Ecuador, you can get it. The beach is called Montana Beach or something like that.
Okay.
We're talking accommodation at a hostel, $15. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, $5. Hella expats, you know, drinking, looking to have fun. And, you know, I have friends that have smashed expats, and like I've yet to done that. So I want to get that expat travel experience, and that's part of the reason why I'm looking to go over there to Ecuador.
Okay. That's what's up. Ecuador is next on the list in December. And you're gonna do 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so like 3 weeks. So I'll be out there during Christmas, New Year's, and coming back after New Year's. So, you know, I'm gonna fly into Mexico City, probably see May #2. You know, I'll be there for, you know, maybe 4 days or whatever, and then from Mexico City straight to Ecuador.
To Ecuador and be there about good 2 weeks, solid 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Yeah, roughly.
2.5, and come back.
Right.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. So right now you're in Rosarito,
Yes,
so you're going back to LA what? Tomorrow, Sunday?
I'll probably hit LA on Monday. So
On
I'll be
Monday.
here tonight. Round two, I'm going to try to, if I don't run, I'm going to do some push-ups here in this hotel,
Okay.
some crunches for like 30 minutes. They got healthy restaurants to eat here. They got a jacuzzi, so I'm gonna detox the alcohol, and then I'm ready to hit it again tonight, bro.
That's Saturday night.
Round two.
Right.
So
Round.
look at the Instagram. Okay. QB Willie B. Boss can, right. We'll put it in the chat, whatever. You'll see the stories, and you're gonna be like, okay, if I want this experience, this is why QB does the consultation. I'm going to put you in a winning position the way you want to do it. Okay? And boss, I'm going to challenge myself to make sure you have the best experience in Mexico. When you're ready to tap in, because I can see it in your face, like, I don't think this, it ain't happening, dog. I'm ready to bust this open. I want to do my best to make a playbook designed for Bossy Boss to bust it open in Mex the way you want to do it.
All right, we'll see. That's a tall order. We'll see, man.
Right.
We shall see. We shall see.
Right. But other than that, life is good. No complaints. You guys get your passports, get moving out there, listen to these lives. We're giving out free information. The content is free. Your passport is a lifesaver. I cannot stress that enough. Make friends with the locals, learn the language, and you're going to be in a winning position by default, automatically.
That's what's up. Well, Mr. QB Passport Flexin, I thank you for your time, sir. You answered the call of the Bossy Boss. Thank you. And that is his Cash App at the bottom. $ QB Passport Flexin. Throw the guy a bone or two for the free game that you picked up already. And of course, if you want specific information on how to move and you want to plan a trip anywhere in Mexico, he is the guy. He is the guy. QB Passport Flexin in the building. Well, all right, sir. Well, I thank you for your time. That sounded like your last words. Any other last words before I let you down?
No, go ahead and sub to the channel. Fire content coming. The Horrormaxer 2 response. I got my Guatemala trip coming up. And if you guys want to see me, talk about dating coaches and stuff, go check out the Vital Message.
Shout out to the Vital Message.
Right. Shout out to the Vital Message. And that's it. Boss, it's been a pleasure. Much love. And I'm going to holler at y'all later, man.
All right, man. When you get some rest to start your day, day 2, Saturday, you have the whole day ahead of you in Mexico, Rosarita Beach. And you said tonight you're going to check out the rapper, The Baby. The Baby comes through to perform. The Baby.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what's up. Let's go. That's
all
what's
right,
up,
boss.
man. All right. Peace, man. Have fun. Be safe.
All right. No doubt.
Peace. And there it is. Yep. Hold on. Oh. What? Yeah, I had that down the whole time. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching You know what it is. Like last week, I had to pre-record it, premiered it. The Big Boss and Razor Rays. We was talking about YouTube, the YouTube struggle, and you be on my channel now. You look at my last couple of videos, man. The numbers are kind of low, man. Hey, YouTube hating on your boy. I don't know. You know if it's conspiracy. They didn't put Bossy Boss in the box. You talk about that mongering stuff. You talk that mongering stuff, so we're going to down-regulate. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to keep pushing. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Shit. So I appreciate anybody who come out and watch and rock with the Bossy Boss. I can tell you right now, the next couple Saturdays, we'll probably keep this going with the premiere pre-recorded. You know, got a lot of things going on, but definitely always going to pretty much try to have something in this time slot. Only thing is, you know, it won't be super long. When it's pre-recorded, it won't be long. When I'm live, Bossy Boss will rock out for hella hours. But on a pre-recorded, you know, it just is what it is. It's just the interview portion. And after the interview portion, like when I'm live, after the interview portion, I just rock out. There is a chance, there is a smaller chance that I still might go live after this premieres. I might not. Don't hold your breath. It is what it is. But Bossy Boss, I had to give you a little bit of boss sauce, you know what I'm saying, from week to week. You know what I'm saying? You can make it for your next week, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to QB Passport Flexin, the Mexican king, the king of Mexico. All things Mexico, you know, he's California based, Southern California, you know, the Los Angeles, Southern California area, sometimes in the Bay Area. So for us Cali guys, you know, Mexico is normally the ticket. Bossy Boss, I pretty much don't care for Mexico, even though I'm right here in Cali. I don't care for it. But, you know, after keep interacting with people like QB Passport Flexin, he's kind of giving me a little bit of confidence in Mexico. So I'm going to do a consultation with him myself. And one of these days, I'm going to get back out to Mexico. But for you guys who want to experience Mexico, hit up QB Passport Flexin, his IG, his Instagram. Subscribe to his channel. Again, I thank you guys for coming out, rocking out with the Bossy Boss-0-Leeny with the boss sauce. And we are about to sign out. Peace. And I got to leave with the theme song. Shout out to Big Bass. Cooking with that
Who do the hiring and the firing? That's the boss. Who the man in Oakland? That's the boss. Lame talk, oh man, not the boss. Biggity Iggity Boss-0-Leeny with the sauce. Travel bros catching flight, not for love. Boss-0-Leeny up in here to bust it up. Talking dirty, you don't like it, hit the tub. TLC, keep it pock, I'm a thug. Real talk over here, we don't feel y'all. No. Real soft, pillow whisper, that's that squeal talk. Woo. I don't feel y'all, dog, like you real lost. Too much imitation talking, get you peeled off. Yeah, Big Boss-0-Leeny, he shrimp linguine. You never see me disappear like Houdini. Don't call me for no favors, less it's real talk. Straight up out of Oakland, that's that big boss. Who do the hiring and the fun? That's the boss. Who the man in Oakland? That's the boss. Lame talk, oh man, not the boss. Biggity Iggity Boss-0-Leeny with the sauce.
Yo, this is Big Boss from Oakland, California. You know what it is. Like, subscribe, share the Big Boss Real Talk YouTube channel. Okanda.